Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you my 13-week pregnancy update. So I'm right at the end of my 13th week of pregnancy, and I'm really excited because tomorrow I'll be entering into the second trimester, and it just seems so much more official at that point. We've told a couple close family and friends, but we still haven't made an actual public announcement. So I'm really excited to finally do that. But I'm also honestly kind of enjoying having this little secret to myself where nobody else really knows about it, and it's just kind of nice and my own little thing. So I'm gonna go through the same set of questions that I do for every pregnancy update. So for 13 weeks, how big is the baby? This week the baby's the size of a peach, and it's so amazing to me all the development that's gone on so far. It's about 3 inches long and swallowing amniotic fluid and peeing that out. And the baby also has fingerprints that are forming on its little fingers, so that's really neat too. So for total weight gain, I weighed 183 this week, which would be a weight gain of 3 pounds for me. But again, it just fluctuates. And like I mentioned in my last video, it normally starts to accelerate more toward the middle to end of the second trimester. So that's coming. So my next question is maternity clothes, and I am still in my regular clothes, but for work I did pull out and wash all of my maternity stuff, and it's all hanging up ready to go, so it's just a matter of time before I actually start wearing it. The pants are definitely going to be the first thing that I'm going to have to wear because a lot of my regular pants just don't fit anymore, especially the ones for work. My next question is sleep. So I'm getting a lot better sleep this week, but I have had to do a lot of early days at work, and that definitely makes me more tired and exhausted by the end of the day. I am still napping occasionally when I can, if my son is napping or if I come home from work early that day. I also don't have a thyroid, so I take a synthetic hormone for my thyroid hormone, and that can mess a lot with fatigue and nausea. Most of my medication changes have been upping my dosages, and that can definitely happen during pregnancy because everything that your body is using and consuming, your fetus starts using and consuming too. So I think that's the most likely explanation for me for my fatigue and nausea and just overall exhaustion at this point. My next question is best moment this week, and that would definitely be finding out the gender. So we finally know what we're having, and we're really excited, and I had a whole plan set up for whether it was a girl or a boy for what I was going to do for planning that out and planning the nursery. So I'm glad I can finally start working on that. We also did do some family photos this last week, and we hopefully, I don't know how they look yet, got some for a pregnancy announcement. And we also did a photo that we can put on social media for a gender reveal for our baby. I'll most likely also do a gender reveal video, but for now we just have photos for social media. I guess I'm a little bit old-fashioned in that way. My next question is symptoms, and this last week we've definitely been having a lot more nausea than I have previously in my pregnancy, and like I discussed before, I think it has more to do with my thyroid than anything else, and just a lot of fatigue still. I'm really looking for and excited for that second trimester let up, so maybe that will happen soon for me within the next week or two. My next question is food cravings, and again this week I've really wanted spicy food, and we are going on a little vacation and we'll be on the beach, and so I've been really looking forward to having seafood, and I know you have to keep your fish and seafood intake of certain items below, you know, a certain level, so I'm definitely going to keep track of that and watch that carefully. This week I've definitely had a lot of dairy cravings. I really wanted cheese and ice cream and yogurt and shakes, and I do like these foods normally, but I'm not craving them nearly as often as I am now. It's pretty much daily now for me, but those aren't the worst things in the world if you keep them going in moderation, so that's my goal. My next question is food aversions, and I definitely have been having those. Anything with a lot of butter or really strong butter smell, I just can't deal with. One of my coworkers was heating up popcorn with had extra butter on it. It was really buttery, and just the smell of that in the microwave made me so sick to my stomach. My next question is gender, and I mentioned that before. We do know the gender, and I will be sharing that. My next question is what I miss, and I don't know exactly why, but I feel like everywhere I go I'm seeing sushi, and I definitely really like sushi, but I hadn't had it for a while before I even knew I was pregnant. But I feel like everywhere I go I see a sushi restaurant, or I see it at the grocery store. I just constantly see it everywhere when I can't have it. So that's definitely something that I wish I could have right now, but it's totally okay that I can't. Our next question is what I'm looking forward to. So now that we know the gender, I can really start planning out the nursery and what I want to do with that. That is really exciting for me. I love to plan, and I also love to, well, not necessarily paint, but tell my husband what to paint. And so I'm excited to get the baby's nursery painted and work on that and get it together. I know it's really early, but I know I'm gonna have to do it at one point or another, so I'd rather get going on it sooner than later. I'm also looking forward to doing an additional ultrasound. In my last pregnancy, we did a 15-week ultrasound to find out gender, but since we know the gender now already, I'm still really excited to do that ultrasound, and I'll show y'all when we go and do it. We also get these little like stuffed animal, and it has a heartbeat in it, and they record your baby's heartbeat and put it in there, and I just think it's so cute. And we still have the little puppy that we got for my son, and with his heartbeat in it, so I'm excited to do that again for this baby. And I'm just really excited to see the baby again. And I have had 2 ultrasounds already at my OB office, but I really like doing the private ultrasounds because it's just such a nice environment. They have this huge beautiful room. It's just so much more enjoyable. You can FaceTime with people, you can bring friends and family, you can bring your kids, and it's just like a fun time to see the baby and see what it's doing. And it's not so much where, you know, at your OB office, they're looking for certain things and they definitely let you see your baby and it's cute and all, but it's not the same. And also at my last visit, we had some pictures of the baby from the ultrasound, and they were okay. They just weren't that great of quality. And I like at the private ultrasound places, they really have some good equipment, and so they take really nice photos of your baby, and then they also can record the heartbeat for you, and it's just really special and sweet. And we also plan on doing a 3D ultrasound later in my pregnancy. It was so much fun when we did it with my son, and I have photos of what he looked like at birth and what he looked like in the ultrasound, and they're almost identical, so that was so cool for me. I'm gonna add on to symptoms shortness of breath, because just realized now that that's also something that I'm dealing with. So I'll quickly show y'all my little baby bump. It's not really a baby bump yet. I just feel very large, thick, and bloated in my midsection. My front, side, my other side. This I feel as this is baby going on here. And then one of my questions too in the future is stretch marks, and I have stretch marks from weight gain and growing, not any from pregnancy, my last pregnancy or this pregnancy. So I'm not like I do moisturize a lot, but I'm not totally obsessed with that part of it. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week in my week 14 pregnancy update. Bye guys.